Alright, let's get this video started. So today we are going to be working on the OBS Blazer. We're going to try to get the intake manifold on today. Don't know what else we're going to get onto, but at least we're going to get this done. Don't worry about them, that's next video. We're kind of skipping around on videos. Didn't want to do 2 Honda videos back to back, so next video. Teaser. Alright, so now, only thing is, like, I was sitting there, I was like, all right, let's try to get some stuff knocked out. I've been, like, doing real good lately of keeping my videos short and sweet. Trying to keep them right around 10 minutes. Not trying to do too much, make them boring. So, keep them short, keep them sweet. So, first thing is, of course, me, copper spray on the intake manifold gaskets. And while they're drying, they're drying, we'll lay down the RTV, and basically it's stick this in place and bolt it down. So this is going to take a few minutes, and then I'll turn the camera back on once I get these all sprayed up and sitting here ready to go. So let me knock this out real quick. Alright, so I got those done. They're hanging up there just for a few minutes, tack up. Well, now hopefully, I would say hopefully, I'm pretty sure I'm going to need, I don't know if I'll need any more for other parts of this. Camera falls there. But the can, basically the can like almost exploded in my hand as I was on the first one. So now you run the gaskets along this. They have the gaskets that go on here. Nobody uses them because they're crap. So basically, and of course my tip got clogged and I could not clean it out. So we're just going to use the end of this. You run the RTV across this and a little bit up. Of course this is going to suck without the tip. And then I like to take a little bit and rub it around the water jacket holes. Just a little thin little coat. Like I say, this sucks without the tip on it. Definitely tell it's summer out. It is warm. It ain't as hot today as it was the other day. Alright. Now, get the intake manifold gaskets, slap those in. There's one. There's two. All right, now let's see if we can get this to sit down perfectly. All right, I think I got it. Like I said, think. Glad this thing isn't lifted yet. Now, I'm using, like I said in another video, I have my brain just took a poop. More or so, whatever. So I got these. Now I might have to take one or two out later because I can't remember which one of these needed like studs in them versus, you know, a bolt. So we're gonna have to go through that. All right, let me take a while to do this because some of them are gonna need a little jiggling. So give me a few minutes. I guess I should have listened to the internet and Facebook mechanics. So first time I had these things sitting side by side. So this is the intake manifold right here that came off of that motor. This right here is the intake manifold that came off the other motor that was in the Blazer. So here's the issue right here. The middle bolts. So if you can see the front ones and the back ones right here. We'll get it like that. You see? Well, they're angled, okay? Like that. Now you get to the middle ones right here on the throttle body injected. They're flat. They have raised bosses, they're flat. Now these ones right here are at an angle. Now, great. This whole time I had the head or the intake manifold upside down, so I didn't notice that it was different. And again, I should listen. Oh well. So see, these ones are angled and they're angled. So they're angled from the bottom, but they're flat on the top. So I think if I'm correct, you can drill these out and kind of oblong them. I need to do research on this before I go ahead and slap the intake manifold on. So we're gonna have to re-clean that and all that kind of crap. So hey, mistakes happen. It just is what it is. So I guess try to finish this video out is we're gonna go ahead and try to slap the exhaust manifold on the driver's side. But if, like I said, try. Hopefully this goes and lines up. Now, I need gaskets. Not going my way. It's all good. Right back. Okay, so I'm hoping everything is going straight. Should be. So got all the bolts started and all that stuff. So these gaskets are basically slip-on, so you can get the bolts started, then you can just slide the gaskets in over top of the bolts. There you go. Then it's just tighten everything down. I did use anti-seize on all the bolts because you know, when you're screwing into a head like this, you try not to get anything stuck. And I need a camera person today. I know where to put my camera. So just sit here and tighten and tighten and tighten all of these. Now I'm not going to not going to connect the exhaust up to the bottom of this yet for this side, because it is a Y pipe underneath. And here's the bad thing, I totally forgot about it until just a little bit ago. I don't have an exhaust manifold for this side. This side was cracked when I took the other motor out. This side had a crack right here in between 2 and 4. There was a crack basically 90% of the way through the exhaust manifold. So needless to say, got to order a new one. Guess I'll be doing that here in a minute. All right, let me get ahead, tighten all these down because this is going to take a few minutes because, you know, got to work them all in. Okay, all exhaust manifold is done. All the bolts are torqued down. So they're torqued down to 25 foot-pounds. Now, I don't know if you remember, it's kind of hard to see. There's a lot of sun out today. So the exhaust manifolds are header wrapped, but then I also kept the original spark plug protectors right here. So it's basically doubled up for the spark plugs. It's kind of like what I wanted. So this side is all done, all that. I need to get the temperature sensor out of here and put the other one in, which I'll do that off camera because it needs to get changed out. Now that I got the headers in, that can happen. So, and that is right there. Now, here's my dilemma. What I was thinking while I was doing the exhaust manifold. Which do I do? Do I go ahead and research and figure out how to run this? Do I go ahead and drill the holes and oblong them to make them work? Or do I switch this thing over to carbureted? Have a carburetor intake manifold right there. Only bad thing is if I do switch, you know, I got to buy a carburetor. I'll have to buy because like this whole truck is set up for, you know, throttle body injected, all that kind of stuff. So I'm still leaning towards the throttle body injected just because of the fact that I want it to stay fuel injected, because this thing is going to go off-road. There is going to be times it's not perfectly straight where a carburetor could run into issues. So that's my one dilemma. So I got to figure out I really want to stick with throttle body injected, because here's the thing. I've got this. The distributor is right there. Everything is here, so it just does. Now, if I go to carbureted, I have to buy a carburetor, I have to buy a standalone distributor, I have to buy a couple odds and ends. So that's just, you know, I don't know, extra money that I don't really feel like spending. So I guess I need to research more, see what I can do about this intake manifold. It's gonna suck. Probably gonna figure out how to oblong the holes. Oh well. Live and learn, because I've never done, I mean, I've done small block Chevys before. This isn't my first one, but every time I carburate them, So they run this style intake manifold right there. I've never done a swap like this from a carbureted style old motor to a body injected new motor. All right, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to figure that out. Probably gonna oblong the holes, which basically means they need to get cut back on each side. I have die grinders, have, you know, all that stuff, so it shouldn't be that big of a deal. Oh well. All right, well, we're gonna end this failure of a video here. Hey, at least I got an exhaust manifold on. At least there's something done. All right, I guess next video, hopefully on the Blazer, I'll have figured something out. All right, catch you then, I guess.